the Cultch acknowledges that it's on the unceded territory of belonging to the Coast Salish people, including the territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. Welcome. We're live from the Cultch. I'm Heather Redfern, the Executive Director, and I'm here to tell you all about the Fall 2020 season. We have missed you all. We have been planning this evening beginning on March 17th after we had to close the theater on March 16th. These past 4 months, we've had to tear down and rebuild. This has been an incredible process, incredibly difficult. And it's the same process that our arts community and arts communities around the world are going through. We know how much you miss us. We want you to know how much we have missed you. We had a different season planned, but we had to adjust. And our situation is such that the box office is now a very different thing, and we have a lot less of it than we used to, which means that the season is a little bit smaller than you've come to expect from the Cultch, and it's going to be digital. This season, we're bringing the Cultch direct to you. No matter what happens, you're going to be able to enjoy the Cultch from the comfort of your own home. We take the safety of our patrons, the artists, and the staff here very, very seriously. And we are trying to find ways to bring small groups of audience into the theater. Those details will be announced closer to the show dates for all of our productions. We want to make sure that everything is flexible, that safety is the priority, and that you get the Cultch no matter what happens. We've been working on the best way to live stream shows using a talented team, multiple camera angles for high quality production values. So there's a camera here, and there's one there, and there's one there. And it's pretty incredible, this transition that we've made from live to digital. We're starting with just the fall season. We're going to be bringing you the spring editions a little bit later in the year. But for now, I want to tell you about our fall season, starting with the TRANSFORM Cabaret Festival. We're doing the TRANSFORM Cabaret Festival again, presented by Urban Inc. and the Cultch, co-curated by Curry Payette and myself. This year, our artists are decolonizing the digital stage just as they did live last year. There are 7 days of performances running from September the 24th to October the 3rd. We're featuring local, international, Indigenous, and non-Indigenous artists in a variety of performance styles, including theater, music, drag, burlesque, circus, comedy, and everything in between. Now we have a message from festival co-curator and artistic director of Urban Inc., Curry Payette. He'll tell you more about the incredible lineup we have for this year's TRANSFORM Cabaret Festival.
Ani Kori Ndishnikas. My name is Curry Payette. I'm the artistic director of Urban Inc., and I'm the co-curator of the TRANSFORM Cabaret Festival, this year digital. The biggest thing that came out of last year was just that the feeling and vibe of the whole festival was something that was just so exciting and something that we didn't want to miss out on this year. Even though we can't be together at this time, it still felt like there was an opportunity for us to get that feeling again, that feeling of togetherness, and to bring back some familiar faces and introduce our audience to some new faces. It's a huge crew of talent from all across the country, and we're so excited to get to share them with all of our audience here in Vancouver. Legato Shakala is the biggest cabaret artist around the world, performs all over and headlines cabaret festivals everywhere. And Icons is one of the shows that he does that is just so genius and brilliant and full of love and heart, and is just such a joy to get to watch. He's an opera singer, like full opera singer, drag artist. It's everything that we need right now. It's an empowering Black performer who just comes into your living room, out of the screen, and just takes you to a different world and a different experience. Another part of what we did this year is we found a core group of artists who are a part of our core company, who are being directed by Lisa from Hot Brown Honey, who directed the bashes last year. And so this group of artists are people who you'll remember from last year. They're artists who were featured in some way as part of the festival and who we wanted to have an opportunity to collaborate with Lisa in a more ongoing way this year. And so the fruits of that labor will be shared as part of the bashes in week 1 and week 2 this year. There's something exciting about creating art for a digital experience where you're not trying to just capture a live performance with an audience, and so you sort of feel like you're in some way missing out on being in the room. But now the room is online. And so there's something exciting about knowing that that's the format that it was created for. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing what the artists will come up with, how they'll be able to communicate and connect with their audience in this way. A good example of that is like the drag brunch with ZZ Theatre, where it's like, we're going to be cooking brunch with a drag queen one morning. And so people joining and participating and having an opportunity to engage in a different way, I think, is part of what I'm the most excited for. The whole point of this festival was about bringing together Indigenous and non-Indigenous artists to start collaborating in an ongoing way to build relationships between these communities of artists. And the only way that we can achieve that is by having Indigenous leadership, both in the curatorial sense, but also in terms of the companies that are supporting it. So Urban Inc. has a long history. We're celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. And so we have a long history, a long connection to this community. And so by sharing that leadership as institutions, we further all of the different avenues for success for the artists that we support. So I think that it's just about taking the ideas of the festival and bringing together these two communities and just making it be ingrained in every part of how we run things.
Thanks, Corey. We are so excited to welcome back Clemia Sparrow as the festival protocol keeper, and also Lisa Falafi from Hot Brown Honey to direct our opening bashes this year. Lisa has sent you a message all the way from Australia.
Hi everyone, it's Lisa here from Hot Brown Honey, sending my love from Australia. I've even set up a bit of a theatre light for myself today. Yes, not sure how that's working, but I just wanted to send my love because one reason we're not coming back this year, obviously with COVID, and we're really sad to not have our yearly visit to Vancouver and see you all. But the exciting thing is that I still get to be involved with Busty Beats, also from Hot Brown Honey, with this year's TRANSFORM Festival. We're so excited to come back on board as part of putting together the opening night bashes. It's going to be really exciting. I'm nervous, but also super excited to possibly see what we can make. Not only will we be working with the amazing team at the Cultch via Zoom and all of those things, but for the first time this year, we're putting together an ensemble of amazing artists to take us through the bash. So not only will you have all the little taste testers like we did last year when we did it live, so you'll see little bits from other shows that will be in the festival, you'll also get to see these lovely group of ensemble numbers. And anyway, we're making it. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited to see what happens via a connection, a sharing, a collaboration via the internets, but then also for you to sit back and watch what we all create over this time. I'm pretty excited for that too. So please check out what the Cultch is doing. It's amazing. The fact that they've even reached out to us again to continue to work with them is amazing. We're so thankful. So again, from Australia, from all of the honeys, we just send our love and respect to everybody, and we hope that one day soon we can come back and visit and make some noise together. All right, thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Lisa. And now I'd like to tell you about our October offering, Little Volcano by Veda Hille. This is a musical self-portrait ruminating on love, death, and survival from East Van's own beloved musician, composer, theater maker, and performer. Veda is our Pandemic Artist-in-Residence. We hope you've enjoyed her side door concerts that have been live streamed from the Historic Theatre over these past couple of months. And we can't wait for her to fill this theater with music and stories again this fall. We have a pre-recorded message from Veda, and she's here to tell you a bit more about her musical memoir, Little Volcano.
Hello, I am the Pandemic Artist-in-Residence, Veda Hille. Nice to see you. I have so many exciting things at the Cultch this fall. I'm gonna just grab a sleeping bag and stay here in the Historic, I think. Starting in October, we are doing a show that I made with Theatre Replacement with Jamie and Maiko called Little Volcano, that is a solo show that kind of blends my work life in music and theater. It's a selection of songs from throughout my life, plus some Bach practicing, and stories from things that have happened to me and things that I think about. So it ranges from survival to plants. I've been thinking a lot about how is what we are trying to do right now, how is it different than TV? Because TV is really good at making shows on a screen. But I think the thing that is so integral about live music and theater is the liveness and the interaction with people in the room. So the shows that I have been seeing and doing that I like the best are ones where there's audience interaction, either before and after the show, or sometimes during the show, if it's at all possible, where we can at least try to experience the feeling of togetherness, which I think is what I am certainly missing. I've found it entirely possible to feel together with a room full of people on the internet. It's been surprising, and I'm really, really, really glad, because we need it so bad.
Do You Want What I Have Got? A Craigslist cantata, November 19th to the 22nd. Written by Veda Hille, Bill Richardson, and Amiel Gladstone. This is one of the most popular and critically acclaimed shows to come out of Vancouver in the last 10 years. Has an amazing new cast of performers. They'll take over the entire Historic Theatre, and they're going to use it in new and different ways. Now we're going to hear from two of the show's co-creators, Veda Hille, yeah, that's the artist in residence, and Amiel Gladstone.
In November, Amiel, Gladstone, Bill Richardson, and I are reviving our 2012 show, Do You Want What I Have Got? A Craigslist Cantata, which is based on real Craigslist ads. And we're going to do an online-only version in this beautiful room. And it's a very exciting moment where we can sort of rethink how to make a theater show when you have the whole theater to play in.
A few years ago, Bill Richardson and Veda Hille and I created a show that was all about our search for longing and connection as we sit behind our computers reaching out into the world outside of our homes. And that show was Do You Want What I've Got? A Craigslist Cantata. We are now going to revisit that show almost 10 years later, in a time that feels where the show feels even more relevant than it did back then. And we're going to do it with some of the folks that did it before. Veda Hille's coming back, of course, and Barry Marachnik is going to play a variety of instruments. And Josh Epstein, who's done the show before, is joined by Amanda Sum, Megan Chinosky, Chiragnik, and Andrew Wheeler, and choreography by Amanda Testini. And we're going to make a new version for the times now that we live stream from the historic. So we're looking at ways of using that beautiful theater in new and unexpected ways and make a new version that is very appropriate for now and really delves into the feelings of the show, which were very much a lot of very funny things. Of course, it's based on actual Craigslist ads, and some of them verbatim, and some of them, shifted a little bit. And presenting a show for our times that is performed live every night from the beautiful Cultch Historic.
And of course, this brings us to December. And what is December without the Panto? I know the number one question that I have been getting is, how are you going to do the Panto this year? Well, there's one very beautiful thing about how we're doing the Panto this year, and that is that you can share it with your family and your friends across the country and around the world. Even though it really sucks that we can't be all of us in the same room together, one of the amazing things about this situation is that you have the opportunity of sharing all of these performances with your loved ones far and wide. This is not just about Vancouver or the Lower Mainland. This is about Canada and the world, and all of your connections in those places. Theatre Replacements Panto Come Home runs from December 17th to January 3rd. We can't have a holiday season without the East Van Panto. And this year, we have an all-star Panto cast remixing the best of the past 7 years into a brand new holiday Panto extravaganza. We have a special treat that we are going to test out to see if it works. And with that, I am going to pass the digital microphone over to the Panto creative team who are joining us from their very special Zoom rehearsal.
Can't say. Oh, hey. Hey, everybody. We're just here at the Woodland Park in East Van working on this year's East Van Panto. We're having a great time. We're really getting along. It's, we'll throw it to Mike for now.
Yeah, for years now, people have been asking us to revive old songs from the Panto, and we're going to do it this year. We're going to do a best of Panto.
That's the very best of.
Exactly, so you can hear all your favorite songs like this one. Here we are. We will continue if we can or can't.
Very nice. We got a heck of a cast. Look at it. And great songs like this one.
Bye. So, how do you get your hands on all of these wonderful shows? Well, we have some new and incredible ways of doing that this year. In order to be flexible, we have created the Cultch subscription boxes. This is a new way for you to subscribe and help support the Cultch this season. Our boxes will bring you an exclusive, curated mix of everything you love about the Cultch, plus extra goodies, including sneak peeks with local artists, some information about what's going on out there in the world of theater and dance and music internationally, as well as information about our community partners. This is a way to discover new artists and to really go in depth and find new ways of experiencing performance. So all of this will be delivered with love to your inbox from the Cultch. So with a Cultch subscription box, you're going to enjoy not just the shows that we've just told you about, but also exclusive content that will give you a deeper understanding of the shows and the artists, and exclusive access to virtual artist talkbacks and events. We'll be able to offer you discounts for takeout at local restaurants or dine-in, and exclusive access to a brand new Cultch podcast hosted by Tetsuro Shigematsu. We will also have fabulous international insights and conversations from our guest curator, Joyce Rosario. So all of this will be in your box, not just the shows, but all of this extra content. And we're gonna have some fun stuff too, like cocktails that you can make when you're watching the festival, and like fun snacks to eat while you're watching the Panto, and like really cool stuff like that. So without much ado, we're gonna try this Zoom thing again. I'd like to introduce Zoom. Oh, I don't want to introduce Zoom at all. Nope, not doing that right now. I'm going to tell you more about the sub boxes, which is, this is a box, 3 boxes for the fall. So the first box is the festival. Second box are the local favorites. That's Do You Want What I Have and Little Volcano. And the third box is the Panto. So you subscribe to the 3 boxes, and you will receive your box 2 weeks before each of the events. So we've got, those are on sale now. We have the solo party box, and that's built for 1 person. And then we've got the bubble options box, which is built for 2 people in the same household. So by being a Cultch box subscriber, this is the biggest bonus. You will get first access to any live audience experiences that we are able to do over the course of the fall. So subscribers, box subscribers will have first access to anything that we are able to have a live audience for. So that is a great bonus. All right, thank you. Also, this is an opportunity for your friends and family outside of Vancouver to become subscribers and enjoy the Cultch as well. So that wonderful experience that you've been telling them about, they can experience it with you. Now, just to give you a little taste of what might be in that box that is extra and exclusive for box subscribers, I would like to introduce Joyce Rosario, our guest curator, with her international insights.
Hello to all of you out there Cultch surfing. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Joyce Rosario and I'm a curator and producer based here on the unceded territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh people. As a first-generation settler of Filipino descent, I'm so privileged and so grateful to be able to call this beautiful place home. I'm not able to be here with you for the Cultch launch today, and so I've pre-recorded this straight from my living room here in East Vancouver. I hope you're all enjoying this beautiful weather, and I hope you're all managing to stay safe. Like all of you, I miss the theater. I miss the ritual. I miss being with people. I miss being with all of you in real time and space. And I know all of us are missing the Cultch right now. A place that we all consider home, a place where we connect and where we experience together the beautiful work of artists from here and from all over the world. And so even though we can't be together physically, I'm so excited about what the Cultch team has in store for this fall. 3 amazing subscription boxes that bring the Cultch right home into your living rooms and to help create new rituals of being together. My role as a guest curator with the Cultch this fall is to keep you connected to the international community. We don't want to lose touch with our artist and producer colleagues. We're going to bring talks about performances. We're going to find out how our colleagues are coping and how they're managing to thrive in these times. Live performance will be back and we'll all be ready and waiting, I know it. In the meantime, we're going to find new ways of connecting and different ways of being together. It's going to be a journey and it's going to be a wild ride, and I can't wait to be there with you.
As a Cultch box subscriber, you're also going to have exclusive access to our brand new Cultch podcast hosted by Tetsuro. And that podcast will be available to you to watch at your leisure. So while the shows are going to be at specific times, the other content, such as what Joyce is putting together and Tetsuro is putting together, that will be available to you for as long as you would like it over the course of the couple of months that the box is active. So that gives you an opportunity to watch it before, after, whatever you would like to do. So now, hopefully, with all of this fabulous digital technology we've got, I think we have Zoom Tetsuro. Don't we have Zoom Tetsuro? We do have him. Thanks, Tetsuro. Now, I'm sure that you have a million questions about this new way of doing things. And so what we've done is we've put a frequently asked questions document on thecultch.com. And you can also email boxoffice@thecultch.com for more information. But there's lots of information on the website, including the pricing, and you can also pay for your boxes, split up the payments so that they're spread over the fall. So there's lots of options. Now I want to send a huge shout out and a thank you to all of our incredible donors. Obviously, donations have been very important to the Cultch over these past few months. And we have achieved amazing things in the toughest of circumstances. And it is all thanks to all of your support, your good words, your financial support, your moral support. And we wouldn't be here right now without you. We've been dark since March, and I want to show you a video we made showing you how your support is helping us bring light back to our stages. A donation to the Cultch Future Fund or the purchase of a subscription will go directly towards paying for our fall season, ensuring that we can continue to share the vital work of our artists in the times ahead, whether it be digitally or live. We are so thrilled that you were able to join us tonight. We've recorded this, so it will be available to share with friends and family. And we're getting really excited. After a dark time, there is so much light. I'm really, really, really excited to see where we can all go together. Come along and join us on this adventure, and thank you so much.